on the channel from the Star Wars Black Series, we've got the Throne Room Deluxe Edition Boba Fett.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars unboxing and review. And today we've got the Black Series Deluxe Edition Boba Fett Throne Room Edition. But for all your Star Wars needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So Boba Fett, no stranger to any Star Wars toy line, and no stranger in 2022, I guess we'll say, as we're getting a lot of different versions of Boba Fett. Obviously, he had his own TV show. Obviously, he's been part of The Mandalorian. Obviously, a big part of Star Wars lore. So no stranger to toys, no stranger in the future to toys, and no stranger to the deluxe editions. As it seems about every Boba Fett we get almost comes as a deluxe edition, and that's a way for Hasbro to get a little bit more money out of us, of course. A lot of people are saying, is there enough meat on the bone on some of these, or is it a cash grab? Well, you got to ask yourself on that one, and it does feel a little bit dicey sometimes. It does feel a little bit like a cash grab, and that's not a good thing. You don't want your audience thinking that if you're Hasbro, but so it goes. That is the way it goes. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel here. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. As I picked this up at my local Walmart, I had all of my Walmarts in town were all swimming in cases of these, and they lasted for about a day or two, and then they've been gone ever since. So I don't know what's up with distribution here. At first I was thinking Walmart exclusive, but this is also available on Amazon, but I think it says it's shipping at the end of the year. What is distribution? What is exclusives in this day and age? Nobody's really sure, but this is, of course, Boba Fett here. We get the beautiful packaging from the Boba Fett line going on. Very interesting. He is figure number 2 in the series. Big window box, the accessories, a lot of reuse. Of course, we've seen a lot of this stuff before, getting the most out of your molds, as we always say, and that's where the cash grab comments get in from the public to Hasbro. Like, hey, we've seen a lot of this. There's not a lot of new sculpt here, and you're making us be charged a lot more. It is what it is. As always, we vote with our wallets. Nothing fun on that side. There he is over there, looking good. And on the back of the package, we've got the warnings, UPCs, all that kind of stuff way down at the bottom. Then we got a blurb, and then we got the glamour shot for old Boba Fett. So let's check it out. Let's see what's going on, what's happening here. Once regarded as one of the most fearsome and capable bounty hunters in the galaxy, Boba Fett seemingly met his demise in the Sarlacc pit. A survivor to the core, Fett lived to fight another day. And pretty crazy. There's not a lot of characters that are as beloved as Boba Fett from such little amount of screen time back in the day. And a lot of us kids on the old playground, of course, we chose our own adventure, and we always kind of said, what's his story? And we all made it up in our own head, especially about the Sarlacc pit, him being eaten, did he escape, all that. And then, of course, we did get the story of how he got out in the book of Boba Fett. And, you know, it's funny is you've had those ideas in your head for 20, 30 years, depending who you are, and now it's been told in actual canon of the films, and it just feels a little bit weird. It's like, I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. See you later. Goodbye off to the side. And then you get them in the plastic prison. He looks pretty good there. There it is. And we'll pull him out. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. Pow! See you later. There it is. And the old plastic prison I already showed, but here's the single version of plastic prison. So, all right, let's get his weapons out. Let's see what's doing here. As usual, we'll start with the accessories, see what we think about these accessories, and we'll go from there with the figure. And there it is. See you later. The Book of Boba Fett. Oh, poor Bib Fortuna getting taken off the throne. He replaced Jabba and then got moved on. Moved on to bigger and better things, I guess. But I'm hoping we get a bigger Bib Fortuna, a big fat Bib Fortuna. I have to think we will. Hopefully that happens. Get some reuse out of that head, all that fun stuff. But then we get his little blaster pistol here. A nice double barrel on it, nice sculpt design. Got the silver grayish color, I guess more gray than silver. You do get a little bit of brown on the handle, which I always appreciate. A little bit color to break up the monotony of one color on these. So we do get his pistol there. Then the very iconic blaster. I don't know what you want to call it. We've seen this before with effects from the Diamond Select version. But yeah, you've seen this before. This seems to be his go-to weapon. Once again, you get the brown leather type handle here against the silver to break up the monotony of the sculpt. But we've seen this before. We're going to see it again, getting the most out of your molds right there. And then we get the old Boba Fett backpack. We've seen this a few times as well. Oh, there it is. I was going to wonder, did the rocket come off? The rocket is removable, so you can take that off if you want to. So just plugs in very good. I like that it has a nice tight fit to it. Feels really strong. You're not going to knock that thing off, so that is really good. Of course, plugs in the back, G.I. Joe style into the backpack. And then you get that new kind of Boba Fett army green color against that yellow. It's kind of a flat greenish color, for a very army green. You get some silver accents throughout, so a good looking backpack, jetpack for Boba Fett here. Very nice. Then we get down to the figure, but first I guess we'll look at his head. The antenna does move on here. Sometimes we don't get the movement. Very thin, very flimsy. It could easily be broken off, so be careful with that. But of course, you see this helmet, you know it's Boba Fett. It's got some updates to it, some color changes, but at the end of the day, you know exactly who this belongs to. A good looking helmet. Got some scuffs and scars and beaded and battered on there going on. Then you get down to Boba Fett, and I don't know how much meat on the bone is. We're getting a lot of versions of this, just very subtle changes. I guess I do have the last Boba Fett we got right here. This is the one from just the regular series. Just started hitting shelf pegs recently. Hasbro Pulse, I think you can maybe even pick this up at right now. It looks to be the identical same head. That's what I was wondering. Is it the same head? And it really does look to be identical head. So once again, getting the most out of your molds. You got the more wandering edition of Boba Fett. Same head there. Then you break down the head. He's got the scars, kind of the whiteness. He's been that back to tank trying to get fixed up. But he's got some scars. He's a guy that's seen a few things, as we know. He's got his cowl going on, almost like a scarf around there. And it looks all right. That isn't removable. It's not movable even at all. Just the head is movable. The arms go up, down, all around. It is a little bit limited by his armor. I guess we'll call this armor. You got the brown or the black. What is that? Is under vest? I guess it is. And it does limit the sculpt. You can't get much more movement than that going on. So make note of that. You do get the Boba Fett symbol there on one of the shoulder pads. You get the other one, kind of a nice orangish color. He does have a lot of piping and wires, which are always dangerous in the Star Wars game. You got the wires here that feed to his back. That's how he can shoot his flames out of his hands if he needs to, or out of his forearms. He's got his forearm guard there. It's all connected to hands. You got up and down hinge, or is it side to side? Oh, it is up and down hinge. No extra hands with this guy. We don't see a lot of extra hands with Star Wars, as we know. We do get the flame effect here on the other forearms. No plug-in, nothing there. We do got his little rockets on the side like a young Destro from G.I. Joe. Single jointed elbows. This one's a little bit looser than normal. It's a little loose this way, but if you have it locked out, it locks into place. Still a little bit loose. So a little bit looser in the joint than I'm accustomed to with our Star Wars Black Series. But then you get to his chest protector going on. It's got some dings. It's got some bullet holes on it. It looks like, once again, a guy that's been through some stuff. You do get waist articulation. You can hear that ratchet. So you can hear that. So you do get waist. He does have a nice belt going on there. Once again, got pockets on the side. We'll call them little Boba pockets. Some interesting pockets. It does feel like his body is a little off-centered to me. Like he doesn't quite line up straight. He's just kind of at a hilt, kind of turned like that a little bit. He does have a blaster holder on the side, so you can put his blaster down there. I'm trying to think which one, though. It looks like it's a very... Oh, no, that fits. It just looks deeper than it actually is, but it's for his pocket blaster, so you can have that ready to go. He could be an old gunslinger with it at his hip right there. Then you get the same thing we saw on him. He's got the robe over it, but this is kind of the hard goods robe here. He's got the big-time baggy pants like a young MC Hammer going on. Articulation-wise, single-jointed. You do got a boot cut. You do got ankles side to side all around. Good ankles, not super tight like we're accustomed to seeing. He does have like knee pad guards under here, but you can't get... Well, I guess you can get to it if you bend the leg. That's the only way. I was going to say you can't really see them, and they're almost and they are below the knee, so that is a little strange as well. But an interesting figure. Let's see how well this jetpack and helmet looks on him. Helmet fits really good. He definitely, to me, he looks better with the helmet on. And I'm going to display him. I think most people will display him with the helmet, I'd have to think. Since you have this one, or if you have this one, you'll display it without a helmet. This one looks good with the helmet. You got to plug the backpack in. A little bit hard to get in there, but a little pushing will get it in. There we go. But yeah, not too bad. Not the greatest thing. Not as life-changing as I thought it would have been if you would have told me, oh, we got a new Boba Fett coming out. I guess I just didn't know they would go back to the well about a dozen times and use the same body with just very subtle changes at the deluxe price point. That's the thing I wasn't expecting. We got a few more of these to come here. So I guess stay tuned. We'll do some more unboxings and we'll get to compare this one a little bit more to some of the other ones we already have. But so far we're 2 in here on the channel. We got both of these. Both solid enough. Depends how much you're into the new book of Boba Fett and the new Boba Fett line of toys and TV shows and all that. If it's not for you, you can just easily move along. But if you're a completionist, if you're into this kind of thing, hey, why not pick these up? Like I said, Boba Fett, one of the most iconic characters, which is really strange for the amount of screen time, but one of the most iconic characters in Star Wars lore. So I got to think this will be a hot one. Like I said, it seems to be showing up at Walmart, but eventually you'll be able to get this at Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, all the places you usually go and get your figures from. And it's, like I said, a deluxe price point. But what say you guys about this? You picking it up? You all in? You picking and choosing? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. You might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, follow along on Patreon for this video and many other early videos. And of course, follow along at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Book of Boba Fett, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.